Teen Mom is back. The new season of Teen Mom 2 premiering on Tuesday, March 8th. We have one of the stars here, Leah Messer. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
So let's talk all about this new season. We get to see Jalen. We get to see the beginning of the relationship. Tell us what it was like filming that.
It was a lot of fun and also exciting. So it's like new beginnings. I think you get to see the origin of our relationship and kind of where we're going. I know on Teen Mom Family Reunion, we got to see kind of some things that were coming up in our relationship that we got to work through. But yeah, so now you get to see the origin of it, and it's amazing. I'm happy.
Because it wasn't just you, that met him, but then your sister came along, your friends were there, especially, during the beginning, trying to vet him out. What was it like to have them kind of see somebody and meet somebody that you were really into?
Yes, so my everyone, if you know my sister, she is hilarious. She has no filter, so you get to see her a lot more. And she actually meets Jalen. He gets to meet a lot of my friends this season of Teen Mom 2. And also the kids. The kids get to meet Jalen, and they hit it off immediately.
So I do want to talk a little bit about the kids, because there is a point where I think they want happiness for you, but then you also mentioned that they kind of want you out of the house and out of their business and doing stuff, outside of them. What was it like to have them kind of weigh their opinion on your relationship life?
You know what? I think that they're growing into young women that I am extremely proud to be raising, but I'm just like there's like a fine line in like minding your own business. And of course they want me to be happy and they want to see me happy. And I think they are getting to see that. And you'll also get to see a lot of that in Teen Mom 2 and kind of how we all interact together.
What's Leah's quintessential question? So, in the first episode, we get to see your friends grilling Jalen, asking him some questions. And he's very, polite, but, obviously friends have your best intentions and they have your back. So what is like the one quintessential when someone asks you to kind of be their wing woman? What's the one thing that you want to know about somebody's, potential partner?
I think that we ask a lot, like, what's your intentions? What attracts you to that person? And let me just say, when Jalen actually got to meet the kids, they had lots of questions. So we'll get to see that this season. They asked, like we all know, Addie came in hot with so many questions for him.
I do want to talk about some of the other people on the show: Jade, Kaylin, Brianna, and Ashley. Are you like talking to them during their filming? Obviously everyone's in different locations, filming their own storylines, but how connected is everybody, throughout the filming of the season?
I got to know Jade, Ashley, and Brianna a lot closer at the Teen Mom Family Reunion. So it was kind of cool. And we definitely talk a little bit more and got to know each other. And of course, Kel's my girl. So I talked to her. So it's just, I think everyone's going through different things. And I think it's unique to see the obstacles that we each overcome and new beginnings for each one of us and the growth that all of us have had and over time. So I think we get to see that and we definitely interact. So I think it's, I think it'll be great.
And not just interacting with everybody else that's on the show, but also your fans too. Tell me about maybe some of the messages. Obviously, you've been open with some of the struggles in the past, some of your health scares that you had last season, and especially having young women and young girls, who watch your show, knowing to check themselves for lumps and to be able to have those conversations either with, their doctor or with a parent or a friend to get themselves checked out, because sometimes when you're young, you don't necessarily think something's going to happen to you. What were some of the messages you got on social media and to be able to share that story with your fans?
I received so much feedback from so many people when I openly expressed the lump on my breast and kind of going through that process and filming all of it. I've always tried to use this platform to be that mentor, to see and just be a support to someone that might be going through the same thing that I'm going through. So I think the feedback was amazing, even as far back as me going through addiction and those challenges that I faced. I think it's really opened up a space for people to be able to talk about that and get the support they need if that's what they need.
Let's talk a little bit about Jalen. What was it like to have him kind of be a part of this whole Teen Mom series, and obviously jumping into filming and to starting a relationship? And obviously it's much different than just meeting somebody at a friend's house and kind of having a low-key relationship. What was it like to have that dynamic with him?
I think dating in general as a single mom can be difficult. I think dating on TV makes that amplified even more. But I got to know Jalen before I brought him into like my life on TV, my life with my kids. That was when I got back out into the dating world. That was it. Like it was like I want to get to know people. I want to know what I like. I want to know what I want in someone. And I mean, he won the race. He won the race, and he's still like, I mean, he's amazing. It was hard dating at first, just being a mom and how do I balance that? And yeah, but it was bringing it now. It's like, it's just so natural. Like we can be ourselves on TV. Like what you see is what you get with us. And I love that.
That is amazing. I do want to ask, as far as, September is when we first saw the two of you going Instagram official and posting photos. What do you think is a good time, especially, someone who started dating somebody, brand new? What's a good like window of time before you do that whole social media official posts?
I think that some people don't choose not to post their spouse at all or their significant other at all. So I think it is entirely up to you. For me, it just opened, it opened our relationship to a lot of feedback from different outlets, the media, like all of those things. So I just wanted to know that we were solid before we opened that up. And I think we waited for that. And I mean, we're thriving, and I love it.
And you're thriving. And then, final thing, as far as advice for other single moms out there who are getting back into the dating world, obviously it's a tough job to raise children and then to also take care of yourself as well too, not just in dating, but just to give yourself a mental break, time for yourself, time for your friends, a message for them and something that you've learned throughout the years.
Honestly, I'm still learning this, not caring what anyone thinks. I think we feel like as moms, we can't date. Like we're not allowed to find love. We're not allowed to do those things, but who cares what anyone thinks? Like you deserve love. You deserve to find happiness too, even though you're a mom. Like I feel like as moms, we already give everything to our kids. We always give everything to our kids. And it's okay to find, to kind of get back out there and date or have a little bit of fun, take some time out for yourself. Self-care is so important for us to be 100% for our kids.
Oh, exactly. Leah, it's always so great to chat with you. Teen Mom 2 premiered the new season on March 8th. Thank you so much for your time today.
Tune in. Thank you for having me.